We are live. Welcome to the Lynn Serrano and
The Sheryl Eisenhour.
show. Oh boy, today's going to be fun because it's always fun when it's Wednesday. It's hump day. And we'll be right back right after this. Welcome, Sheryl. Sheryl, I'm so glad that you took time out of your very important doing the books.
Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, Bob, thanks for being here. Always makes me happy on a Wednesday to see Bob, isn't it? This is great.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
So maybe this is why you picked the topic that you did today. Stay
Uh,
focused in the chaos. Staying
right
focused.
now, the world's chaos, sweetie. It's not just my desk. I mean, it's, yeah, my desk is right there with it, but there's so much going on out there right now that people, they go down the rabbit hole with every broadcast that comes on. They're a figment of their last conversation. And when you do that, I mean, you're not staying focused. I mean, you've got to put a point on it, you've got to put a deadline on it, and you've got to follow through with it. I mean, you might can't always make the deadline, but you need to be really close to it.
I agree. As a matter of fact, the chaos I'm going through is I'm developing that LynnSerrano.tv and working on the logo, working on all these different things to get it together. And, like you said, and it's just like when I was writing my book. I mean, I didn't have the editor right there, but you know what? When you set a goal, you shoot for it, and you're unapologetically, I showed up. It's like when you take one of those tests, right? At school, it's like you're still taking that test and they go, pens are down. You're done. And let it be where it's done. I've gotten to a point where I haven't done graphics lately, but even when I do graphics, I'm like, Lynn, you got 5 minutes to do whatever the hell you're gonna do with this. But that's it. It's done. You've got to like, oh, there's Jerry joining on my break at the SWAT meeting. I saw your setup there, Jerry. So enjoy your time there and safe travels when you come home. I guess you're coming home tonight. But yeah, that it's really like you said, you got to stay focused at what you gave yourself for that deadline, you know, without excuses. Really, don't give yourself excuses. It's okay if it's not perfect on that day or whatever. You do what you got to do. It's just like funny when I used to do pleasure parties. Um, I would like, want to set this up, set that up. But you know what? You're the only one you know what you expect to get done, but nobody else knew what you were expecting to get done. They're going to be happy with whatever you show up with.
People, people put too many, I'm going to use the word restraints on themselves. They put too many gotta do's. There's things you have to do. The world allocates that, but there's a lot of them that I don't want to say make up, but we do. We become the imagination that formed the problem. And so that's where people just need to prioritize. And I watch people, they're working with the problem, but instead of working on today's problem, which is producing chaos, they're trying to work on next week's problem.
Right.
Fix today's first, and the rest of them will fall in line. The thing, do the one most important thing that's going to produce an end to a beginning. So
And
that's just the way you have to look at it. And I don't always do it. I know what I'm doing, but the thing is, we always fall short because yes, this project's easier or that one's a little easier, and you forward your mind on it. Well, by the end of the day, you haven't finished up today's job. So play with the chaos of today.
no, I agree. And the fact is looking back to a year ago when I wrote that book, I definitely know that the focus point was stop worrying about the problems. worry about what you can do and fix and be with right now. And like you said, because there's always gonna, and it's just change how you look at it. It's not a problem. It's like a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle. You find the pieces and you put them in, and they fit where they need to fit. Hi, Ted. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. So I think it's funny when we see things as a challenge, because you start to panic. You start to not be able to think. You start to be able. You're taking away from your productiveness by worrying about all the worrying instead of just doing and seeing what happens.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
that's, the thing is, like, back to the subject, the chaos of today, we're all dwelling on stuff we cannot make right. You can't do anything about it. I mean, the killings are out there, the bombings are out there, the government, the economic, whatever. Pick a subject. It's out there. Can you fix it? No. Well, do you have to worry about it? You have to be concerned. We all have to stay
Be
concerned.
aware. Yeah.
Be aware, but you can't fix it. And that's why Facebook drives me so nuts. They're on there bitching about things they can't do anything about. I mean, if you've got a problem with the government, get a hold of your senator, or don't vote for that one next time, whichever
Right.
one the vote's floating. That's all you can do. So leave it alone. And if people would quit wasting so much time on Facebook putting up stupid stuff, I'm just going to leave that alone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then there'd be a lot more time to deal with what they got to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. You could either focus on happiness or sadness. And that's your choice every second of the day. And so you go down that rabbit hole, like we say, you're going to find, you're always going to be right. You're going
You're
to
going to
find,
find more rabbits. I
yeah.
mean, what you find down a rabbit hole.
Oh my gosh.
The trouble is, they're hard to carry back up. And that's the problem. Once you get in that rabbit hole, it's hard to climb out. And
Yeah.
so then the depression kicks in, and the people just get totally lethargic because they can't concentrate, and their body's stressed out, whether they realize it or not. They're just so stressed out they can't accomplish. And yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about, the chaos. There's always chaos,
Right.
but just stay focused on your chaos.
Yeah.
And if you
Well,
get yours done, that's one down.
the teachers always said in school, mind your own business. Take care of what you got to take care of.
Yeah.
Because then you have regrets if you don't take care of what you need to take care of to take care of you. Then you have the regrets. Like I had my ex-boyfriend in town for 2 weeks, and boy, I ate junk food, or I just didn't do my intermittent fasting, blah blah blah. His scale stayed the same, not mine, but because I was doing things I normally don't do. But the point I'm getting at is the chaos is that it's okay. I acknowledge it, but every day do something to get back where you want to be, or do something that's going to enhance you down the road. And like you said, there is chaos everywhere, but it's how you look at it. It's how, take the chaos and how can I make this better? Find solutions. Don't stay stuck in the chaos. I mean,
And like Jerry's book, reinvention
yeah.
in chaos. I mean, reinvent, rework your problems to make them fit. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you don't have enough money, figure out how to get money. If you don't have enough work, there's always work. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you don't have enough time, you're screwed,
Right.
because there's only 24 hours in a day, and you just have to stretch it out to fit in that 24.
Yep. So I totally agree. And staying focused is not easy, because everything is always, we're so quick to want a gratification and entertainment and all these different things. And yet, you know like if you're scrolling down and you get in this conversation now, you're like, okay, what are they talking about? What's going on? then you're distracted, and then you can come back to things, but then things come up and you're not able to stay focused on that. But like you said, what's going to make your heart happy? What's going to allow you to get to where you want to be? You have to have that vision. It's like you get in your car and you go, I want to take a trip today. Well, where the hell are you going? You got to know where you're going, and then you enjoy the journey getting there. You make stops. Like when I went to see my dad, I was like, oh, I'm doing a little book tour. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop there. But I knew my end destination. I knew the GPS would, where do I need to be? How many hours, how many miles, and projecting when I would be at your house and my friend Laura's house and when I'd be in New York. The thing is I had an agenda. I had an idea. But I also stayed in the moment of, I'm going to go with whatever happens when I'm here. And without that, that's where chaos comes, is not having some kind of idea that, because if not, you realize you just spent $50 in gas. You only went five miles or 5 gallons, and you're in the same neighborhood. It would have been better off if you went out of town to the mountains or wherever and make it productive instead of, like I say, even when I'm losing weight, I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody I lost 10 pounds when shit, I'm not telling you that the 10 pounds are the 10 pounds before he got to town. And then I would tell you 10 pounds. I'm still, if you keep talking about the same 10 pounds, you lost 100 pounds, but you still look the same. That math don't work for me. I'm about reality. And the reality is I can't say I lost 10 pounds until I get under that 10 pounds. So I lost 2 new pounds I haven't seen in 10 months. That's,
you got to have a baseline and work from that baseline, not from
exactly. So,
how many times have people lost that same 10 pounds?
That's what I mean.
And they should be about 50 pounds weight right now if you keep adding it up. So.
Exactly. So that's why I say it's a bunch of, that's why when I see all these network marketers, and I don't care, you can send me the hate mail. I don't care. It's like they say, I lost 10 pounds. Okay, from your last diet, you just drank a burger, or you had a burger and a shake or something. It's all water weight. Tell me when you lose 10 new pounds you haven't seen in the last month or 2 months or 2 years. Then I might be listening.
Hey, I just like seeing the scales go down once in a while, and I don't care if anybody knows it or not. And the only time it ever comes up in a subject when somebody says, are you losing weight? And my answer usually is yes, again.
Yeah, again. Yeah. No, I hear you. So, I mean, that's just like life, it goes up and down. And so is the chaos. Chaos for you may not be chaos for me, and vice versa. Why? Because we don't see it that way. It's perception, how you perceive things, and how you see things. I mean, I just think it's funny because we can stir up a lot of shit and a lot of drama and make chaos up there when you don't even need to. When you realize that, when you're empowered to know that you don't have to think of it as chaos, but as just, I got to start somewhere, then you learn a lot. You can learn a lot, or you can be frustrated a lot. It's up to you.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Just do it and get over with it and quit jacking your jaws about it.
And not only that, I changed that over from staying focused in chaos. I say stay focused. Don't think of the chaos, because you gravitate to what you see, and the word chaos would just bring more to you. Which I'm going to clear that right now. But
no, leave chaos, because chaos is out there, Lynn.
No, I know, but
you can't erase it.
No, I can't erase it. But
and I'm talking about the chaos of the world, not the chaos of you having a bad day.
No, but what I'm saying is, no, you got to acknowledge it, and it's out there. But what I'm saying is when it comes to your mental health and knowing and being in fear because of what if, not going to a movie theater because what if, not doing this because what if, it's Labor Day, can't try it, drive because what if. I mean, the what ifs gets you to not even living. Mm-hmm. So, it's one of those things where if you're going to look at it as chaos, it's going to be chaos. Everybody always says when they're leaving Florida or anywhere, oh shit, it's a holiday. It's chaos to get out in the traffic. Well, it's no different than any other day, except It's compound. So, you're going to let the traffic allow you from not going to a wedding or to a function because you're more worried about the chaos to get to where you want to go.
Yeah,
That's
just go
life.
do it. I mean, it's there. Just get out there and drive. If you've got to go, go. If you don't, this sounds terrible, but if you don't want to fight it, stay home.
Yeah.
I mean, don't talk about it. Don't tell everybody. Just make up your own mind and deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's my part of the reason for all this. Most of chaos comes from what people tell people. Just if it doesn't pertain to me, I don't care about it. The idiotic stuff. If it doesn't pertain to you, why should I say it to you? That's called gossip. So
yeah, and that's why I like to just stay with the facts and what they are. That remove people's names or whatever, and just look at the situation and what it is. And again, it doesn't have to be chaos. When we've always had a television with news, even when you were growing up. I mean, you're not much older than me, honestly. And the thing is the news comes on and we all watched it, blah, blah, blah. But now we got the internet and you can just go on Facebook and see it or whatever. So the things have all been happening all the time. Yeah. You just have ignored it. But it's just, if it starts getting to be something you're focusing so much on instead of doing something for yourself, you're going to realize your life just passed you by and you didn't even enjoy your journey. Right. I think that's any last, what's that?
That pretty much sums it up. Last words, deal with your own monkeys and leave everybody else's monkeys alone.
I love that. That's going to have to be a little, whatever. Oh, man.
Maybe that'll make a full show one day. Deal with your own monkeys.
Yeah. And again, maybe I don't want it to be a monkey. Deal with your own lions or tigers or bears. Oh, my. Who knows?
All monkeys.
Okay. So I say to be, not my circus. So don't worry about it.
Not my monkey.
That's all right, you guys. So, again, we didn't try to bring more chaos to you. We just wanted to bring more, topics of letting you know. Just be aware. Just be aware of what you're thinking about and how it makes you feel. And Ted, I see you made comments there, and I'm sorry I didn't get to them. But again, it's just to make you stir up to realize, yeah, there is chaos out there, but don't let it defy what you want in life. We got to realize that things are going to happen. We just don't know when our number's up all the way around. So
don't want to know.
There you go. Yep. All right, you guys. You guys have a good one. We appreciate you guys being here. And as always, happy hump day.
You're like a circle that floats around me. Keep